Hey guys, my name is Megan. I'm the owner and yoga instructor here at Island Life Yoga and Nutrition in St. Louis, Missouri. Today we're going to do a beginner's level gentle flow to help open all the muscles in your back, upper chest, shoulders, and relieve any tension you might be storing in your neck or jaw, anything like that. So this is a nice gentle class, so you can wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. Today we are going to be using a blanket, and then I'm using one of my trusty yoga blocks, but you could also use a book. Something steady, that's what matters, stable. And I'm gonna be using a yoga strap. You could also use like a winter scarf, that would work as well, just something that you can kind of hold on to. So find a comfortable seated position. Make sure your space is cleared to allow yourself a chance to mentally focus and begin to draw your energy inwards. Sit comfortably with a nice long spine. And close your eyes. Begin to focus on your breathing. Release any space you might be storing in your teeth. Let the skin between your brows smooth. Let your shoulders slide down and away across your back as you begin to kind of settle into your body, settle into your space. Take 3 more big deep breaths. And at the end of your 3rd breath, you can keep your eyes closed here if that feels comfortable to you. Inhale as you draw your chin up to the sky. And exhale to draw chin to chest. Inhale, chin to sky. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, chin to sky. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to draw your head to center. Gently bat your eyes open. Draw your arms out to either side, palms facing the sky. Inhale to reach your arms up, clasping them together overhead. And exhale as we bring hands to heart center, engaging the palms of your hands against each other. Inhale to reach hands up to the sky. And exhale as we draw them down to the mat, flipping palms over. Inhale to draw up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up. And exhale, hands out to the sky. Keep a nice long spine here. Let the crown of your head reach tall. Really focus on engaging through your shoulders and through your upper back as we take this pose. Now this time we're going to draw our hands slightly behind us, tucking shoulders together across our back. So hands are slightly behind me. Inhale as I draw up. Then I'm going to bend at my elbows and bring my hands down so now my palms are facing the ground. And exhale as I push my hands down to the ground. Draw your hands back behind you. Inhale. And begin to point elbows out. Flip hands over and press down in front of you. Let's do one more, just like that, really focusing on activating the muscles in between your shoulder blades. We'll release our hands. I'm going to gently place left hand on the side of my mat, and inhale as I draw right arm up and over. Exhale to bring right arm down, and inhale to draw left arm up and over. Exhale to bring left arm down. Inhale to draw right arm up and over. Exhale to repeat. We'll do one more each side. Now we'll inhale to draw right arm up. Take a full exhale. And then we'll inhale as we gently point our chest up towards the sky using my left hand as leverage on my mat. Exhale back to center. And inhale as you angle your chest down towards the ground using left hand as leverage. And inhale to center. Exhale to release right hands. Inhale to draw left arm up and over. Inhale to begin to point chest up to the sky. And exhale to center. Inhale to angle chest down towards the ground. And exhale to center. So I'm going to go sideways so you guys can see what I'm doing with my upper back here. We're going to bring both arms nice and long out in front of you with your thumbs facing up to the sky. First of all, take a moment here and reset your spine. Make sure you're not slumped over or too arched. We want a nice neutral spine here. Begin to round through our upper back, reaching forward with our fingers. And then exhale as we pull our back nice and flat. So this is a really small movement, but it's super impactful. Inhale as you round through your upper back. And exhale as we pull back nice and flat. Focusing on the spot right in between your shoulder blades as we do this. You want to make sure you don't draw your shoulders up to your ears, but keep them pressed down and away across your back. This is a great exercise you can do that will help improve your posture, help release any tension you might be storing in your neck. And release. I'm going to come back to center and face you guys. Let's take a minute here. Take some shoulder rolls. Wiggle your spine a little bit. And we'll draw our right arm out to our side nice and strong. Place right arm at the small of your back with your palms facing out. Draw chin to chest. And bring left ear to left shoulder. Move around a bit until you find the spot where your body really needs this today. If you need a little bit more pressure, feel free to gently place your left hand on top of your head. You're not using your hand to pull on your head, you're just letting the weight of your hand deepen the stretch for you. Close your eyes while we take this pose and focus on your breathing. Focus on releasing any of the tension that's stored through there. This is a spot where a lot of us store a lot of our tension. So taking this exercise, this stretch, can help alleviate a lot of that really quickly. Keeping left ear to left shoulder, begin to point chin towards the ground. You'll feel the stretch begin to shift. If you need a deeper stretch, feel free to gently place your left hand on top of your head. Inhale to draw your head up to center. Exhale as you release your right hand from behind your back. Take a little movement here. Draw your left arm out to the side. Bring left hand to the small of your back with your palm facing out. Nice long spine. Draw chin to chest. And bring right ear to right shoulder, keeping shoulders pressed down and away across your back. Move around a bit until you find the spot where you need this stretch the most, and then stay there and breathe into it. Keeping right ear to right shoulder, angle your chin down towards the ground. And draw your head up to center. Release your left hand. Take a little side-to-side head movement. Checking in with how your neck feels now, how your upper back feels. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Now we're going to make our way to a tabletop position. So I'm going to put a blanket underneath my knees so I don't have this hardwood floor underneath me. So our tabletop position is going to be our knees directly below our hips, our palms of our hands directly below our shoulders. Press down through all four corners of the palms of your hands and kind of pull up in the center like you're creating a suction cup with your hands. So we'll begin with some very gentle cat-cows, inhaling as you arch your back and look up, and exhaling as you round through your back and let your head hang loose. Feel free to close your eyes while you do this. As your spine warms up, feel free to take a deeper cat-cow, really pulling through the spot in between your shoulder blades to round your back as much as feels comfortable for you. Let's come back to neutral spine. If your eyes are closed, open them now. Root down through both hands, and let's wag your tail a little bit. Channel your inner puppy, swinging your hips from side to side, working out all the kinks and cracks in your hips and knees. Swing your hips over to the right side of your mat and look over your left shoulder towards your left foot. Breathe into your side body. And swing your hips over to the left side of your mat and look over your right shoulder towards your right foot. And inhale back to center. Keeping our knees where they are, we're going to push our hands about 10 inches higher up on the mat. So they're quite a bit higher than shoulder height, but they are still shoulder width apart for me. So I'm going to really spread my fingers out and really engage through the palms of both of my hands. So I'm really gripping onto the mat with my hands. Inhale as you slide back, keeping your hands super engaged here. You should feel this as a big opening through the top of your back and the space in between your shoulder blades. And exhale to slide forward. Inhale to come back. So if you don't feel this as an opening in between your shoulder blades, feel free to push your hands a little further up on your mat or a little further out from each other. And exhale to slide forward. Inhale back. You see my hips are up high. I'm not resting here. This is not a child's pose. This is actually called a nerve glide. It's a wonderful way that you can help protect your nerves before a yoga class or a workout. It's kind of like a warm-up for your nerves, if you will. Let's take one more. This time we're going to stay back here for 3 breath cycles. And exhale forward. Bring your hands directly below your shoulders, rooting down through the 4 corners of your hands. And let's take some nice big hip circles here. switch direction on our hip circles. And come back to center. I'm going to draw my legs forward a bit. I'll come and face you guys. I'm going to sit back on my heels, but feel free to sit back in you can sit on a block or sit cross-legged again. I'm going to take my strap, so mine's in a loop so I can place my hands inside of it, but if what you have is a scarf, then feel free to just hold on to it instead of placing your hands inside anything. Find a nice long spine, and inhale as you draw your arms up, breathing into the front of your shoulders and the front of your chest, and exhale as you bring your hands down and hinge forward. Inhale to draw arms up and over. And exhale as we hinge forward. Inhale to draw arms up and over. And exhale to hinge. So if you'd like to deepen this pose and draw your hands all the way behind your back, feel free to do so. But this shouldn't cause any discomfort. You should just feel it as a stretching through your chest. And exhale to hinge forward. Inhale up. Now exhale as we pull over to the left side of our mat, and inhale up to center. Exhale as we pull to the right, and inhale up to center. Continue that, exhaling as you draw down and inhaling as you draw your hands back up and overhead. One more each side. And release your strap. So whatever your comfortable seated position is, stay in that or get in that. Draw arms out to either side nice and wide, fingertips reaching. I'm going to draw my right arm in front of my chest, resting my right hand on top of my shoulder, and draw my left arm over. So my left forearm is touching the outside of my right upper arm. So you can see I'm kind of like snuggled up over here. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, you'll gently push with your right arm against your left forearm. And release. Inhale. Exhale as you push into your left forearm, using about 10 to 15% of your strength. And release. And exhale as you push into your forearm. And release. Check in with that shoulder versus the other one. And we'll draw our arms out nice and wide. And cross left arm first in front of us, wrapping right arm around left arm. So my left hand is on top of my shoulder. Right arm is wrapped around my left upper arm. Inhale. Exhale as you use about 10 to 15% of your strength and press against your right forearm. And release. Inhale. And exhale as you press. And release. One more inhale. And exhale as we press with our left upper arm against right forearm. And release. Take a minute here. Check in with your shoulders. Check in with your upper back. Now we'll get back into our tabletop position and we'll use a block or a book this time. straighten out my blanket. So I'm going to begin with my right hand in the center of my mat, a few inches higher than shoulder height. Root down through the palm of your right hand so you create a really strong arm here. My left arm is hanging off to the side. I'll inhale as I draw my left arm up and open. And exhale as I bring it all the way down to gently touch the outside of right hand. Inhale up and open. Exhale as you draw it down. Push your right hand slightly farther up on the mat, rooting down. Inhale up and open. Exhale as we draw that arm down and thread the needle. So in this pose, my hips are still up high, like my puppy pose. My head is resting on the left side of my head and my left upper arm is resting on the mat. Take 3 big, deep breaths here. Gently begin to engage in your right hand as you push up and release your left arm. Now we'll place left hand in the center of our mat, a few inches higher than shoulder height. Root down through that left hand to create a nice strong base here. Let your right arm hang to the side. Inhale up and open, reaching right arm up towards the sky, letting your chest shine to the side of your mat. Exhale as you draw your arm down. Inhale up and open. Exhale as we draw it down. This time we'll place left hand slightly further up on the mat. Inhale up and open. And exhale as we draw right arm underneath, resting on our right forearm, the right side of our head. Hips are high and stay engaged. And inhale as we push up and out. Now we'll take our block. If you only have one block, that will work, but if you have 2 blocks, you could do that as well. We'll push our knees wider than hip width apart, like almost all the way to the outside edge of your mat. Take your block, and the height that you use here is going to depend on how open you are through your back and shoulders. We'll push all the way back into a child's pose. Take this block, set your elbows on top of the block. Got to kind of adjust here a little bit. I got to push all my hair out of the way too. And let your head hang loose in here. So you can keep your hands in a namaste shark fin, or you can place your hands on your upper back. You should feel this is a nice big stretch and opening through your upper back and the backs of your arms. And begin to push up and out of your child's pose. Now, if you're sitting on your blanket, you have to take it out from under you for a minute. So, I'm going to unfold my blanket one time so it's at its longest, and I'm going to roll it up. So depending on the thickness and the size of your blanket, this might look different for everyone, but when in doubt, you'd rather it be smaller instead of bigger because this is going to be underneath our spine. So now we'll take our rolled up blanket and set it down the center of our mat, right in the center this way and right in the center long ways. I'm going to very gently scooch forward and lay on top of this blanket. So it's coming like, it's right around where your belt would go if you were wearing a belt. Lay all the way back. And take a moment here to settle into this pose. This is something that you could do at home every day. It's very relaxing, very opening. I think balance is really important in yoga and in life. So we did all those different upper back openers. Now we're going to take a little bit of time to open through our upper chest. Let your shoulders roll open towards the sky. Draw your arms down to your side and inhale to reach arms up and open. Exhale as we draw them down, energetically and physically reaching toes down towards feet. Nope, not toes, fingers down towards toes. Inhale up. Take a nice big stretch here if that feels good to you. And exhale as we draw fingers down. And inhale to reach your arms up and overhead. Taking a nice big stretch here. And exhale to draw your arms up to the sky and reach fingertips down towards your toes. Inhale up and over. Being very gentle here, letting your shoulder blades reach towards the floor. And exhale to draw your arms down. Inhale to reach arms straight up to the sky. And exhale as we reach them out to either side. Take a moment here. Let your back kind of settle in. Reach shoulder blades for your mat. And exhale to reach your fingers to point up at the sky. Inhale as we go down to either side. And exhale to reach up. Take this at your own pace. Inhaling as you draw your arms down and exhaling as you bring them up. Let's all draw our arms down together. Palms are facing up. Keeping arms lifted slightly above the ground. Draw your arms all the way down to the outsides of your thighs. And inhale to bring your arms up overhead. Find a real expansiveness in your chest here. Inhaling as you draw your arms up and overhead. And exhaling as you bring them down around your legs. Inhaling to bring arms up. And exhale to bring them down. This time we'll draw our arms straight up to the sky and open out to either side. And then give yourself a nice big hug, reaching your hands as far across your upper back as feels accessible to you. Inhale to point elbows up at the sky. And exhale as you gently round through your upper back and point your elbows down towards your feet. Inhale to point elbows up. And exhale to point them towards feet. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale as you point elbows towards feet. Draw your elbows back up to the sky and take 3 deep breaths. At the end of your third breath, look at which arm is over the top. And inhale to draw your arms out to either side. And exhale to give yourself a great big hug with your other arm over the top this time. Inhale to pull your elbows up to point at the sky. And exhale as you point them down towards your feet. Inhale to point up. And exhale to point down. Inhale up. And exhale down. We'll draw our elbows back up to center and take 3 big deep breaths. At the end of your third breath, release your arms out to either side, resting them on the floor in a T, with your palms facing the sky. Begin to bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall open to either side. If this causes any hip pain, feel free to push your feet farther away from your body, or if you feel like you need a deeper hip opening, pull your feet closer to you. One of the wonderful benefits of a yoga practice like this is it not only helps to open your chest, shoulders, and back to help provide immediate relief, but it also helps to keep your shoulders and back safe in the future. So it helps to keep mobility through our shoulder capsules so that we don't injure ourselves doing something else. So even if a yoga practice like this feels a little bit too easy for you, something like this would be great to incorporate into your kind of workout routine. Whether your workout routine looks like power yoga 5 days a week or powerlifting 5 days a week. Keeping spine and shoulders healthy is really important, especially as we age. As we take this pose, just focus on allowing your hips to open, your shoulders to open, and finding space and release. Feel free to pause the video here and stay in this pose as long as it feels good to you. When you feel ready to come out of it, draw your knees together, bring your hands in, placing them on your rib cage, and roll onto your side. Stay here as long as you need to. When you feel ready to come out, gently push your way up to a seated position. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me today. I hope your practice helped you to feel a sense of expansiveness and spaciousness through your chest and back, some release through your neck. Namaste. Thanks for watching our video today. Sorry if there was some weird editing stuff. We are working with new equipment, so the beginning part of the video is a little bit different from the end part, but if you have any questions at all, feel free to comment and I'll answer them as best as I can. If you'd like me to do a new video where everything's in the screen, feel free to comment on that as well. Working with new equipment has been a little bit tricky, but I think third time's a charm, so we appreciate your patience. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video you followed along with today. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me today. We really appreciate it from us here at Island Life. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel to keep getting more content, to keep putting it out there. And if you're feeling sassy, feel free to try this video here, or this one here, or that one, or that one.